Hey guys, it's Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And yeah, I do a lot of content on Tekken. And today I want to talk about this tweet from Nee earlier today that he posted on Twitter. So you guys know Nee's one of the top players in all of Tekken. He's been playing it for since Tekken 1 apparently. Top professional player. Does he do it for a living? Does Banner Namco or whoever is the sponsors, are they able to make livable income from just playing Tekken? Because I never thought about that. I mean, if they can, that's really cool. I know some popular players in what's it called, Smash Brothers, they can live off of it. But I don't know, is Tekken at that level where their professional players can live off it? Because if so, that's pretty freaking dope. Anyway, so Nee is not afraid to express his opinions on things. He's very outspoken, which is good. I like outspoken people. I don't always agree with everything he says, but yeah. So I'm going to read this tweet. He says, "My opinion: Tekken 8 is not fun. The aggressive gameplay is an absurdity. I don't think I have adapted to this game. As someone who's been playing Tekken since Tekken 1, Tekken 8 has a lot of things that I cannot understand." So, and also somebody, I want to read something from my phone too, because somebody responded to him on Twitter. They said, "Hey Nee, I'm wondering how much does Tekken 8 feel different? I'm wondering how much does it feel different for you compared to playing Tekken 7 Vanilla or Tekken 6 Vanilla when it was new? You liked games when you first played them? Have you have you liked games when you first played them? What is different now in Tekken 8? And Nee has responded, "It was Tekken's skill to block." Okay, and this is really hard to read. Okay, and I do understand English is not his first language, and I guess it may be my first language with the person that asked the question either, because it's really. Okay, so Nee says that basically he's saying that Tekken 8 is very aggressive, and that in the past Tekkens that blocking and being able to play good defense could take you a long way, but now it's just about aggressiveness, and even if you do block well, you'll lose a lot of health due to chip damage. And aggressiveness is not possible for all characters, and the balance between attacks and defense is tilted to one side, which is offense and just aggressiveness. So I'm going to go off and say that when it comes to this take, I know with my Ling Xiaoyu take that with his take on Ling Xiaoyu, I don't necessarily think he was completely wrong, but I had some disagreements. But I can honestly say with this, I am completely in agreement with him. I do feel I don't want Tekken 8. I don't want to say it's not fun. Tekken 8 is fun, but the aggressiveness is an absurdity. It's way too aggressive. When you think about it, this game has the new heat system, which consists of the heat engager, the heat dash, the heat smash, the chip damage, the rage. A lot of characters have a lot of characters have a lot of plus frames, and the whole system disproportionately favors a lot of aggressive characters that have more of an aggressive play style, such as Dragon or Harong. So, and it's just too much going on, and it's very unbalanced. So I do agree, it is very aggressive, and I understand where he's coming from in this, because I feel the same exact way. I feel honestly, a lot of characters do play the same. Not every single one of them. I do still feel like there is some uniqueness with some of the characters. So, for example, my main Ling Xiaoyu, she still very much feels like Xiaoyu, just adapted to the heat system. She does have more plus frames to deal with, particularly in heat, as well as a couple of counter hit moves, but it's nowhere near on par as the more aggressive archetype. Her plus frames are not that abundant. I mean, she has some newer things, but it's nothing besides her heat, honestly, which everybody has plus frames in heat. Besides that, her plus frames are below average, which I am fine with, because that's part of her identity. She's more of a tricky based character that's meant to like evade you and try to set you up, and do a lot of like annoying pokes and stuff. So I'm not mad at that. So I feel like characters like her still maintain her identity. I feel like Kane is another character archetype that's very unique. I feel like he has his archetype with the whole all the throws and the grabs, and it's very hilarious to watch. But a lot of other characters, like for instance, even someone like June, who, from my understanding in past games, she was a lot more like defensive. So she wasn't really a defensive. Yeah, she was more defensive, but now in Tekken 8, it's like she's very poke heavy and has like a lot of plus frames and just way too much stuff. Like it's just very overpowered. So I agree with what Nee is saying. I know we're gonna have the big balance patch next month, so I'm hoping that that Bandai Namco, that they're taking this criticism, like they're at least taking it into consideration, because he's not the first and only one to say this. This is like a big trend that a lot of people have been talking about, and it's like, and I think also like they should. Why? I guess my thing is, I get you want to change things, and I'm not mad at them per se for adding the heat system, but it's too overpowered. The heat smash takes way too much damage. The plus frames from your heat engager is crazy. The heat engager should be, not only does it knock your opponent out whatever they were doing, which can sometimes float them, but it is safe. Like you can't punish it. I feel like it should at least be it should be negative on block. I would say you can, if they do it in the open, like if they whip their heat, then yeah, you can punish it. But like it should be unsafe on block, in my opinion. Did I say that correctly? Yeah. So I mean, the heat system makes it different. I like the effects look pretty cool, but it's just the damage and the frames that's the big problem, along with the like horrid balancing. I would also say why the chip. I think the chip damage needs to go. I was trying to be a little bit lenient on it in the past, but the chip damage has to go. I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm not a fan of the chip damage. I think it's crazy. I think it's absurd, especially when you have characters like Nina, who just shoots her guns like a freaking maniac and is just taking so much like chip damage. And you have Azucena and her crazy move that has been nerfed. I need to actually check that out. Not the nerf went into effect on the 16th, so I'm gonna test it to see is it actually valid this time. But I think the biggest thing that I'm confused about with Tekken 8 is why do they want it to be very aggressive? I don't mind the heat system if it was balanced. I think it's a cool addition. I think it makes it more interesting to look at, and it is fun. And I think it doesn't have to be so overpowered for casual players to like it and enjoy it and feel that they are feel like they can compete. Like I feel like it's something. And also, but the thing is, but why? I guess with Tekken 7, I think of all Tekken 7 had the best gameplay. Even better than Tekken 8. I'm sorry, it does. It's only because it was a great mix of aggressiveness and defensiveness. And I feel like, if Tekken 7 sold great, like it was a great game, everybody loved it, the most successful Tekken game to date. So I don't see why this. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. With Tekken 8, I get you want to add something new to make it somewhat different, but I don't understand their obsession with this whole aggressiveness, just fight, mash, direction that they're going into. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense to me, and it really lowers the skill floor a lot, and the skill it really, like, ranks are inflated, you guys. Not only are ranks are inflated, like it's just like even people that are actually good, that's actually playing like Tekken like the correct way, or the way it's been played for the past 30 years, it's like you're not rewarded for skill in this game, I feel. I mean, there's definitely a difference between a greener rank versus a Raijin player. I think Raijin and Kishin are the ranks where people start, where you can tell people are pretty good. Fujins, I thought you guys were good. Fujins, well, some of you are good, but a Fujin rank is not a guarantee that you are a skillful Tekken player. I'm sorry, you could be, but it's not. It's definitely not the rule. But yeah, but it's like there's no skill needed to rank up no more. Like it's really hard to differentiate between skill in this game because the heat system and all the different mechanics they carry so hard in this game. So I agree with what Nia is saying. I think this is a really great take. I feel the same way. A lot of people feel the same way, and I do hope that over time, and when I say time, I mean like next month, because we can't have the game like this for another year or another freaking 3 months or another season or whatever. We need this stuff to be nerfed now. Like we need the nerf to the heat system as well as to the top tier characters. And just make the game fun again. I can see how I'm glad that we're getting out the honeymoon stage of Tekken 8, and now people are really addressing like some really valid problems with this game. And I just, and some people make the argument saying that, oh, they want to make it easier and have more brain dead stuff for casuals. And again, I say Tekken 7 didn't sell like 11 million copies so far and still selling. People are still playing it. Like a lot of those, the vast, like 99.9% of those people are casuals. So there was never a problem with the whole with casual players. Like I don't understand that argument. I mean, I get what they're trying to say, but it just does not apply in this situation. Like so, and I think that over time, if they don't do some pivotal changes, Tekken 8 will seem a little bit more dull and just a mash and party game, not really a game that really where you can really exhibit your skill. You're not rewarded for your skill. So I've been doing a mouthful in this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? What suggestions do you have for the next balance patch in May? What are you hoping for? And yeah, and like I said earlier, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.